Good evening. I'm Clarissa Jen with Normalcy News. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program and, unfortunately, several very necessary commercials for breaking news from the Netflix fight event. What began as a routine evening of retired fighters, inflated snack prices, and audience members yelling about things they claimed not to care about has taken a deeply abnormal turn. Witnesses say the crowd began chanting for Nate. At first, officials believed they meant Nate Diaz. That assumption now appears to have been dangerously incomplete. Moments after the chant began, every screen in the arena reportedly changed to show Normalcy News contributor Nate Natan. Not Nate Diaz, Nate Natan. A calm man in a black suit who, according to several frightened witnesses, did not walk into the arena, did not enter through security, and did not appear on the guest list. He was simply there. Commercial breaks have failed. Production crews are refusing to make eye contact with the monitors, and our field reporter Kylie Brighton has, against all instructions, entered the cage. We go now to Kylie, who is live at the scene and, for reasons we cannot explain, appears excited.
Thank you, Clarissa. This is Kylie Brighton, live inside the cage at the Netflix fight event, where officials are still trying to determine whether this is a broadcast failure, a supernatural incident, an AI event, or simply what happens when too many people chant the name Nate at the same time. According to witnesses, the crowd began chanting "Nate is great" shortly after several fans became angry about Mike Perry, Jake Paul, empty seats, and snack prices that appear to have been set by someone with no connection to reality. At first, everyone assumed they meant Nate Diaz. That was reasonable. He was on the card, he was bleeding, people were yelling, there was smoke. Then the lights changed. The monitors froze. The commercial feed stopped. And suddenly, Nate Natan was sitting calmly at a desk inside the cage. Not walking, not entering, not announcing himself. Just sitting. I was told by security not to enter the arena, so I entered through a bathroom window. Journalism requires flexibility. Behind me, the crowd remains mostly silent. Some fans are still holding signs for Nate Diaz, but they now appear unsure which Nate they meant. One man told me, "I didn't watch any of this, but it was utter garbage." Clarissa, so far he appears to be our most reliable witness. As for Nate Natan, he has not threatened anyone, raised his voice, or requested a microphone. This has made everyone much more uncomfortable. Back to you.
Thank you, Kylie. For viewers just joining us, Normalcy News can now confirm that a crowd chant intended for Nate Diaz may have resulted in the unexpected appearance of Nate Natan. We are not prepared to call this supernatural. We are not prepared to call this technological. And we are certainly not prepared to call it good for commercial scheduling. At this time, several major agencies are investigating the incident, though Normalcy News would like to remind viewers that our own internal review began several minutes before theirs, which is important. We now turn to additional footage from backstage, where our part-time field assistant April appears to have discovered another developing situation near the concession area. April, what can you tell us?
Gummies were $90. So yeah, I got 'em. There was a man yelling, "Nate!" Then another man was, "Nate!" Then people stopped yelling. So yeah, popcorn was $300. I did not get popcorn. Too crunchy. Gummies better. There was smoke, and a sign said, "Stay calm if you see Nate." I stayed calm. So yeah, I have the gummies. Now back to Jen. Maybe.
Thank you, April. That was not the information we requested, but it was technically information. We are now being told that Nate Natan has agreed to speak. To be clear, we did not ask him to. No producer approved this. No commercial break was available. And yet, the broadcast has returned to him. We go now to Nate Natan, who is seated inside the cage.
You called for Nate, so I came. That is the trouble with crowds. They rarely understand what they are asking for. You wanted noise. You received silence. You wanted spectacle. You received attention. You wanted someone to win. How small. Do not worry. The fight may continue. The shouting may return. The commercials may try again. But for a moment, everyone listened. That was enough. For now.
I wish we could fire that guy. Are we live? Of course we are. Normalcy News would like to clarify that tonight's broadcast was not planned, approved, scheduled, requested, sponsored, or successfully interrupted by commercials. Nate Natan has now left the cage, at least visually. Officials are asking the public to remain calm, avoid chanting common names in large groups, and stop assuming every Nate is the Nate they meant. Our field reporter Kylie Brighton is safe, cheerful, and being asked not to climb through any more bathroom windows. April has returned from the concession area with what appears to be several hundred pounds of gummy bears. We are still reviewing whether that was theft, journalism, or simply April. As for the crowd, they have resumed arguing online about a fight that many of them insist they did not watch. Normalcy has been restored. Mostly. I'm Clarissa Jen. Good night, and please stop chanting.
Nate! 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 Nate!
Nate! Tommy! Nate! Nate!
Nate! Nate! Nate!